Okay, time to have a look at some home improvement store options here in Sao Paulo, close to where I live. It's really close. It's called Telhanorte. And there's also Leroy Merlin, which is like 100 meters off to the side from here. So I'm gonna show you these two options for home improvement. Over this side, just after the front door, we have lighting. So I need to look at some of these lights because on the veranda I will have two pendant lights that I'm gonna put my existing light bulbs into, kind of in this format over here. So you can see these pendant lights. And then I plan on having some kind of, I don't know, design, maybe more like these sorts of options over the dining table in that same space. One of the coolest features that I like of these home improvement stores is that you can just pick up whatever light bulb you want to test, put it in here, and then flick the switch, and you can see what color it is, if it's gonna combine well for your project. I like this as well, this format, because you have everything out of the boxes here, all displayed with numbers corresponding to the boxes. So you can see the price, also like the color is probably not showing up very well here in the video, but you can see all the different kinds of options that exist corresponding to their boxes down here. So this is also very helpful. So one of the most important decisions I'm gonna have to make fairly shortly will be the flooring. First of all, which color I think combines with the different types of rooms. Oh, that's quite loud. All right. So there's a few options here, but the next home improvement store has a lot more options, so I might be able to show you some better options. But at least they have these displays here showing the different colors. Let's have a look at the tapware section over here, because I was thinking about maybe putting in a nicer kitchen tap. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This sort of device here. A friend of mine who lives in the US, he has this kind of tapware in his kitchen, and it just does a much better job of washing the dishes. On the other end of the scale, we have this tap here, which is the price of like a QLED TV, brand new. In American dollars, this would be like more than 1,500 American dollars for this. Pretty sure I'm not going to go with an option like this. Asa Abloy is a very popular brand here in Brazil, as is Alsys. So here you have your smart door locks and all the different kinds of options. Yale is also a world leader, actually, very popular around the world. I have one of my locks at the moment is Yale, but I'm moving away from them because their home their connectivity to home automation systems is not as good as some of the other brands. And of course, with the light switches and plugs and everything here. So I was looking at my project, and I work a lot with artificial intelligence these days, and so my ChatGPT version was telling me that in the master bedroom I should be using exactly these two colors here, or black or gray, but it said black was even the preferred option. So I think I'm gonna roll with some of these options here. Okay, and here we have Leroy Merlin, which is the competitor, in my opinion, way better than Telhanorte. So let's see what Leroy Merlin has to offer. So it seems a lot of people had the same idea as me, and Sunday is the right day to come to the home improvement store. So let's take a look inside. Look at this. Here in Brazil, there's always like animals going through these home improvement stores. It's definitely quite funny to see, because you have dogs of all shapes and sizes just wandering through the stores with their owners, and that's definitely something that's a lot different. In my opinion, the options for lighting here are far superior in this store. Another dog coming past me. You can see there's many different rows of lights. I'm just gonna go over here and show you this awesome system that they have here in Brazil of just saying what product number it is, and then if you like it, you can see that light over here is product number 1. So in theory it should be this right down here, so then you just check if it's the same one. That looks about right to me, and that's easier than like having to open the box, because you can already see what's out here in their selection. Looks like I should have been here on Friday night, because with all these colors flashing, going different all the time. Looks like, imagine if you had this in your bedroom, straight out of a nightclub into your bedroom. All the different colors flashing. Be impossible to sleep, you'd just be wired all the time. I found something pretty interesting. Look at these guys here. So Shama is like flame in English. Look at this light up here. Can you see that? See how it looks like a flame. I've never seen a light like that in my life, so it's the first time for everything. But wonder if you were under the influence slightly, how this light would look wherever you put it in your apartment. Again, you can see there's a lot more options here with the flooring compared to the other home improvement store. There's about, I want to say, 6 different rows of flooring options here. I have no idea what I'm gonna go with, but it could be a color like this one here. What do they call this color, by the way? It's would be like Narita beige, I guess, that you can see here. These other ones are a little bit dark. I'm not really a big fan of dark flooring, so I might go with something like this, at least in the bedrooms. I think for the rest of the flooring, I am going to have a look at some other options. So here are some options for porcelain tiles for interior settings. I quite like the look of some of these for maybe the living room and the terrace and the hallways. Probably also the de facto office and obviously the poker studio. Just go with one of these options. It's gonna be some interesting choices made in this range here of LED mirrors. This is something that I've always wanted in an apartment, so we'll be choosing 3 different models from here, or at least 2. One for the principal bathroom and one for the other 2 suites. Another thing I'm looking into for the new apartment is induction cooktops. So I have no idea what I will go with. Maybe something like this, an Electrolux or possibly brass team. I'm a big fan of this color and sort of style of drawer in this setup here. Also, they're using the induction cookware, so that's gonna be what I choose. Not sure about this here. I might use some kind of brick setup like I have in my existing kitchen, but I have to say this light strip here, that gives some really nice lighting on all of these surfaces, so highly likely to run with a setup like this in the kitchen. A myriad of options here to choose from. Far too many. I just need one that does the trick. This side is more just cold water. Here you also have the option of cold and hot water, so eventually I will arrive at a decision to get one of these models. This is super cool here, because if you want to see how the water comes out, all you do is pull these levers and here are some options for the bathroom box. It's called here Brazil. So this is definitely going to be interesting choice of style for the bathroom. There's some that I wouldn't consider at all, but I will have to make a choice out of one of these. Much the same in this store as the other one. They have the full Legrand range. This is the one that I particularly like, the Peel Plus. If you know how to pronounce it, tell me down in the comments. Write it out for me to pronounce properly, but I say Peel Plus. So I'll probably go, as I was saying, with a combination of these sorts of plugs. Maybe in this color as well, and this black color. Finally, I want to take a quick look at the electronic door locks. And so they have quite a more comprehensive range here, especially of this Yale brand. But as I was saying earlier, I already have the door locks sorted for the 2 doors, so I won't be getting any particular models from here, but I think it's always interesting to see what options actually exist. So what did I even end up buying from the home improvement stores? It was only this 72-liter plastic storage bin, and you can probably see the green plastic bag inside. That's with 2 light bulbs for the new apartment in case I need to go there at nighttime.